Tom Cruise, that guy is our last action hero.
Each time he's kind of stepped up with stunts, and he wants to do his own stunts, which makes it a bigger spectacle. You know what I mean? It's like, what is he gonna do next time? And he does that thing that Jackie Chan does. It's like shows the face, like, hey, this is me, I'm doing it. Man, does it look epic though. I tell you that though. That's the one thing I can say. It looks epic on a grand Superman comic book scale, and I cannot wait to see it.
When the doctor's telling me I'm just old, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah,
I feel like
don't
giving you a
listen to that
fucking
shit.
five-finger slap, man.
Yeah, don't listen
Five-finger
to that
slap,
shit.
man. For old. Like, what do you mean you're telling me I'm old?
What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out Podcast. We've got another fun episode for you. Before we get into it, guys, this podcast is sponsored by Cherish Clicks. See the magic, be the magic. Check the description for more. And let's get into it, man. Kibbs, what's going on? Another week,
All good,
another
bro.
episode, another life. How's things, man? How's everything going on your side?
It's all right. It's all right. It's getting there. It's busy. It is busy. I feel like even though I'm doing less, everything else is like busy. The kids are. I mean, I suppose Nia's older. She turned 2 last week. Yeah, it's crazy. She's just naughty, man. She's just naughty. Full on. Her character is coming in so much more now.
I love the videos that you've been sending.
Yeah,
So
stubborn
cute.
and very, very stubborn and knows what she wants. I suppose she's watching her elder sister as well. That's where she's like, you know what? If she's doing it, why am I not doing it? Anyway, she's good. She's good. It's all right. It's been busy, bro. We are starting to pick up a lot more with Cherish Clicks. We've got
Okay,
5 bookings so far.
Oh, amazing. All
Which is
like
amazing.
for the summer or coming up soon?
No, coming up soon. We got the first party on Saturday. We've got
Nice.
one the following week, and then it's like every week we're starting to get one, which is great because the original plan was if we could get once a week,
You're good.
that changes up financials around everything, and you know, if it's a sustainable like business, then it allows us to invest to get more kit to do other offers. Where if it takes me out of doing the night shifts, then that was the plan, you know. So alhamdulillah, yeah, we've got some great stuff coming up soon.
Yeah.
That's about it, really, bro. Other than that, since last week, nothing major's happened in our worlds. Well, we did have somebody, you know, I want to give a shout out, and I want to link the charity below as well. We lost a cousin. I'm going to say cousin because most people maybe not understand the way the hierarchy chart works in the Bangladeshi traditions. But I would say mum's cousin's daughter. No, mum's sister's daughter's son. Yeah, sisters. Yeah. So we're gonna be like uncles to him basically. He passed away. Jakir Ahmed tragically lost his life in a motorbike accident. And yeah, it's kind of thrown everybody off, to be honest. You know, I saw Ash yesterday. He wasn't doing. It just felt like, you know, you lose a sibling, that's a whole different ball game, isn't it? You know, and as a parent, you want to be gone before them.
Yeah, no parent should bury their child, you know?
Yeah.
So, listen, man, when I saw that news, because I ain't seen them in ages, I just felt I had a heavy heart that whole day, man. Heavy heart. Just felt so guilty. Just because I haven't seen him in so long. I just couldn't believe it. And I just kept thinking, man, he's so young. He was like under 30, right? 29 or 20 something.
Yeah.
And all he was going to is go to get a haircut. He was going to get a haircut. He rode his bike, and then unfortunately, and you know, it's God's will, man. It's God's will. I've been keeping him in my dua, and it's the only way. But I can't even imagine. That's what I'm saying. I can't even imagine as a brother and whatnot. I don't even want to imagine, but that's the reality of that family right now and what they're going through, and they're just gonna keep faith in God and just keep, you know, taking day by day. Time's a healer, but this is something that's gonna take a lot of time, and it's just I don't know how you move on. I don't know how you move on. I was watching this movie called with Vince Vaughn called Nonnas. It's a really sweet movie, but anyway, his mother and grandmother passed away, or his mother passed away, And he was just saying like, I'm just scared because I don't know how, something in the lines of, I don't know how tomorrow's gonna come. Like, I don't know what to do tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, just because of what he, the loss of his mother. And it just struck because of what the news we heard. And I was like, oh my God, like for that family, I don't know what tomorrow's gonna feel like for them. I would never know. And, one day, we're gonna have to go through this sort of stuff. We do. And alhamdulillah, God has protected us and our direct family, even if they're cousins and whatnot. But just saying from that direct sort of lot. And one day we're gonna have to face it, and I don't know. I don't think you ever be prepared for that, But I always say,
you're not
80 years old, 80 plus, I would be a little more content, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll be like, all right, 80 years is a great time to live. Hopefully, inshallah, longer, whatnot. But if it's 80 years and hopefully no pain or suffering or whatnot, I'm gonna be devastated, of course, but I'm gonna be like 80 years. I got 80, you had 80 years and I had that many years. I think about dad and whatnot. He just had his birthday the other day. What was it, 68? I think it was. And I'm like,
man.
Dad, you're still young,
man.
still young.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this old stuff in this day and age that don't exist. Back in the days, maybe, but right now it's not old. So just keep doing you. You got at least minimum till 80. Minimum. So let's keep pushing to that. And you can just by little things. I was talking about that, and again, I've kind of gone off topic, man. I mean, rest in peace to Jack. Talking about that and health and whatnot. I'm on a 3-day fast right now. I do this every quarter. I do fasting anyway, like 16 hours, 20 hours a day anyway. But every quarter, I started doing a 3-day one, 72 hours. I started my first one in February. I'm in the middle of my second one now. I'm actually gone halfway through it now. And, I feel great this time, and I do it because of longevity. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard so much good things about long form fasting, literally healing literally, I don't know the science, I can't spit it back out you, but healing you from the cellular level. You know what I mean? Any sort of dead cells go, any sort of cells that could turn into like cancer cells and Alzheimer's cells and whatnot, it gets rid of that. That's what the scientists say. Like I say, I always say you need to choose to believe what you want to believe. That's what I've learned from the people I've listened to, and I choose to believe.
Very important. Yeah.
But it's good for longevity, man. And this time I'm doing better. My health is my energy is better. Last time I messed up, I trained super hard. I made a stupid mistake. Like, I trained wrestling the night before, and then the next morning I went swimming, and then I was dead. I had 48 hours to go, and I was dead. I couldn't shake it off, the tiredness I had. So this time I was like, no training. We're just gonna do soft stuff. I just done some yoga, some mobility. That's it. I feel great right now, so my energy is conserved and whatnot. But I just do feel fantastic. So yeah, another like less than 30 hours to go. But that all links back to like just health and keeping good health. But it's unfortunately our cousin had that accident, and that's God's will, man. I mean, it's hard to say, but it's God's will. And pray for him, man. Pray for him. Keep him.
No, it's all we can do. It's all we can do. Death is never easy. It never will be. It's always going to catch people off guard. And we've had loads so far, man. This year has been full on. Like, we've had a lot of people pass. I know due to old age or anything like that. Yeah, I haven't had it. But you know what? I've got to say, like, and it sounds bad, but it's like I told Ash yesterday, because I know he's been feeling it. He gets to have some time to himself. He goes to the gym. I haven't had a moment in the past year, I got to say, since I left work last year, for a moment for myself. If it's not the podcast, this is a moment for us. I haven't had a moment to myself. And doing therapy last week, I think the therapist kind of had a go at me and said, there's a reason why you're not ready to heal or move forward, is you don't give no time to yourself. And I'm like, where the fuck do I find the time to myself? And it's true. I think if I had a moment like Ash did, having a bit of a cry or a rant, or you pick up the phone and like speak to Dwayne or something like that. And usually I do that. I don't even have the time to phone a fucking friend at the moment, bro. Which kind of breaks me a little bit, because they're my closest, you know what I mean? Yakub messaged the other day saying, bro, you haven't said anything in ages. And I said, bro, it's been fucking full on. Like, I'm looking after the kids during the day. Like, you know what? I got to say, a dream come true for a dad where I get to be with my kids the whole fucking day, bro, and really enjoy them. But I've forgotten a little bit of the outside world. I'm starting to withdraw from things slowly. I feel like this month has been very hard, and my therapist was saying that you need to regain control over things that you enjoy doing. Like even if you're going to dinner with your friends, make sure you go. Like don't say no. Like other things as well, like drawing. I haven't done drawing in ages. So I need to reconnect with like the things I do enjoy. Like don't get me wrong, I still have time for movies and stuff, but your mind is still active, right? Your mind is still
I think you
we're too wired now. We're too wired now. Like, yesterday me and Ash were at the screening for Mission Impossible. I'll give you a brief thing a little bit later. And he was like, "Oh, you're not gonna do no socials?" I was like, "Bro, I can't bother. I'm so tired and like I don't even want to look at my phone. I took photos and I've already posted out our reactions and stuff like that. But you see everybody because we are stuck on a trend where we have to be the first to do it. We have to do this. We have to do that. And I realized, shit, like, why am I being governed and controlled by a fucking app?
Well,
which has actually ended up ruining,
Yeah, but the thing is as well, to get to these premieres and what they want you to be first. You know what I mean? Like they want you to be first and push it out and stuff.
But I can understand that first reaction, yeah, and post that, which we did anyway. But like we know now we could drop reviews a week later or 2 weeks later.
Oh yeah,
do the full things because I want to be like what we have been. I think we're a bit more breakdown in what we do. But anyway, as we were saying, make time for yourself, guys. Make sure you guys are looking after yourself. Make sure you're asking questions. And if you guys haven't gone to think about therapy yet, and a lot of people, and this is not a plug or anything, I'm just saying I'm doing it through NHS because I'm just trying it still. You know what I mean? I've been doing it for years. I've been with the NHS. They've been fine. We've had different people. Some people work. Some people don't work because you need somebody to actually understand. And I'm not going to say no names. I had one therapist, did all the R's and E's and, hearing my things. And I'm like, you don't really give a shit. You're reading from a script. And she was like, no. Like, I was like, fuck, man. I don't want to open up to people that are going to give me the sympathy shit. Like, I need some harsh reality sometimes to say, like, what can I do to help some of these reoccurring issues that I keep having and problematic things that keep re-happening again? Like, how do you... I know they're not going to be able to give you answers on that because there's a formula to things, right? But it's like, how do I keep triggering these emotions of like frustration, what's the other one? My tolerance. When the doctor's telling me I'm just old, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah,
I feel like giving you a fucking 5-finger slap, man.
Yeah, don't listen to that shit.
Man. For old, like, what do you mean you're telling me I'm old? I need a blood check. I need a full check. Like, if there's anything else wrong with me, I'd like to find that out. Don't tell me I'm fucking old, bro. Like, so little things like that started to trigger me up where I'm questioning people now. Where before I'd stay silent and just kind of leave it there and all right, I'll work it out somehow. Where it's like, bro, I came here to get answers. You're the fucking doctor. Don't tell me I'm fucking old, bro. It's crazy, bro. It is crazy. Ridiculous. But yeah, reach out. That's the main thing.
I haven't been to a doctor in a while. But yeah, no, the doctors, man, I'm not saying you have to go to them, right? And sometimes they have solutions for you.
No,
they give you pharmaceuticals and whatnot. But what I'm saying is their training is up to a point, and obviously they're controlled by pharmaceuticals. They get bonuses and a lot of money based on pharmaceuticals. So they're always going to kind of either put you towards that, or they don't really have any solutions in regards to be it diet or health and fitness, because all that stuff is free. Like fasting, bro, like that's free.
I know, what I mean?
Yeah. Like eating healthy foods and whatnot. Okay, that's not free. That's more expensive and whatnot. But to the doctors, they don't get nothing out of it. If they're gonna tell you, listen, you need to cut your vegetables, cut your crap food and eat vegetables and lean meats. then you're not going to go back to them, and you're not going to get pharmaceutical drugs from them, and they're not going to, they're not going to get paid. They're not going to get their bonuses. And whatnot, right? Same with fitness and whatnot. They don't get nothing out of it. I wish there was a community of people, like a community where they kind of like, you have an individual who's a fitness trainer, who's a dietitian, who's a doctor, all that, and they can just work with each other and say, look, work with this person. At least that way you guys can have a little business, but there is none. But no, listen, man, it's important to have alone time, man. I've been feeling the same. We spoke about this last time about the bandwidth that we have in a day, and we're refusing to give up bandwidth because, we feel like we can cut it, do it all. And that's the fact. We don't, man. I mean, bro, you talking about not really having a moment, from the beginning of this year. I have been in and out of routine. I've been in and out of routine from the beginning of the year. It's almost June. Like, we're May now, right? So it's May.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
Bro, I've had like a full 1 or 2 weeks of proper routine, training, diet, and then I'm off again. Like, be it, traveling, be it mom and dad being here, Ramadan, I'm off again next week to Singapore. It's just like 1 week of routine and then I'm off again. 1 week of routine, and I'm like, damn, life has been crazy for the last 6 months. Like, I'm a routine
have kids,
guy.
Bro. There is no routine.
I know, but I'm a routine guy and I haven't even had that. You know what I mean? I haven't been to the MMA
that must be fucking with your head right now.
Bro, I mean, that's my piece, right? And the thing is with the MMA gym, it's not like I don't want to train. It's I don't want to spend 2 hours. What it is, my bandwidth's so tight, I can't fit that 2 hours of traveling. That's what it is. The training I can fit in. So I do some workout at home. But the martial arts, that's what I'm missing. And that's what's bugging with my head. But I don't have time for that 2 hours travel anymore. And that's what's really getting to me. So I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe when I move house by the end of the year, like I'm going to be at least like 20 minutes closer to the city. Maybe that will help. Right. And if that does, I could get back into some kind of training routine. But right now it's been tough, man. But, listen, end of the day, I'm still working out every morning. I do a little something. The other thing I was talking about, we spoke about last time about my anger and all that sort of stuff. I did create a board. I'm on day 10 with no anger, no self-criticism. Nothing major, I haven't turned Hulk, pull it that way. I've got upset, I've got annoyed.
That's good.
But 10 days so far with no self-criticism, no self-anger, no anger. Swearing keeps going back to 0. I can't even go a day without swearing. That's hard. Every day I got to 2 days and then I just let it go. I couldn't. I don't know. It's not like I couldn't do it. It just comes.
But the thing is that it's a good thing that you got on there because you just keep going back. But keep the like you keep saying, "Oh shit, I failed on these days. What can I do to make it better?" I need to get that sorted as well. But I was gonna say it's gonna be very hard to, bro. But I'm gonna tell you from experience regarding routine because I'm from a routine-based family. Mum and dad were very routine. They had a rota for us when they did things. After kids, bro, that mentally. And it's come up in my therapy. It's mentally fucked me up. Mentally fucked me up. Like the sleeping patterns, the not getting shit done, making sure I get the priority stuff done, but then the stuff that I enjoy is not getting done no more. Like my routine is absolutely fucked. Like, before I used to be able to come home, chill for an hour or two, watch TV or a movie and then fucking put my head down, do some drawing, artwork and, get all that stuff done. Where now, it's sporadic in what we do. There is no daily routine until the kids are going to be self-sustainable 10, 11, 12. It's me trying to accept that. And I can't seem to accept the fact that I don't have a routine no more. And it's gone out the window. And I've been struggling for the past, 6 years now? Because of that. And I'm not trying to blame them or anything. It's because I was used to just having a routine of how I did things. I knew my week before, I knew my month before what was going to happen next. And we had plans where now there is nothing, man. Whatever happens on the day, happens on the day. We just need to get through the day so we can go through to tomorrow. You know what I mean? Same thing yesterday. Meet Ash, go to work, finish at 12, trying to, I had to do fucking planes, trains and automobiles to get home, bro, because I didn't take the car because I was so tired. And after hearing what happened to our cars, like I can't take risks like that no more. Like before, because I finish work sometimes at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, to that point, that should be your sleep mode. Once you go past 3 o'clock, you're not sleeping. Yeah, it's been absolutely full on. It's been trying to accept that. So I took me ages to get home yesterday, but we'll go through it. Bro, continue. I've just got a call to take. I'm just gonna go on a mute quickly.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, but that's the thing. Trying to accept it. That's what my problem is. I am finding it very difficult to accept that life is changing. Like life has changed, and I'm still finding it difficult, even though it's been like 3 years living in Dubai, being married and whatnot. I'm still finding it difficult. But even that 3 years as well, like not only like say life, married and living far away from the gym, work has got busy, everything's got busy. And I'm still finding it difficult to accept it. You know what, G? Like it's not over, but at this period of time, your routine, your martial art training is just not going to be there. But in my head, it keeps bugging me because I'm like, I'm not getting time on the mats. I'm getting older as well. Like if it's not now and when I'm 40 now. So in fact, I've actually slowed down completely because of my age. And then if I have to wait longer, I'm gonna have to slow down even more. Like, so it's tough. It's tough. I mean, look, I'm training. This week I didn't train. What a mistake. I mean, I should have gone in Monday, but I felt absolutely horrible in the morning. I didn't sleep I had just bad sleep basically. So I tried to go to the AM class, but I couldn't wake up. I needed to get that sleep. And then Wednesday, obviously, I was fasting. I started my fast, so I didn't want to exert my energy. So it was about this week's a flop in regards to training, martial arts wise. So I train in the garden. Saturday, I'll do jiu-jitsu in the morning. At least I'll get that in. But that's what it is, man. Accepting the fact that life is different and you're not going to be able to do an exact same routine. And it will get worse once I have children and all that sort of stuff. And I have to probably accept that, you know what? You're probably going to have to give up the martial for a little bit, or it's going to be very on and off. Right, not completely, but it's going to be very on and off. It's not going to be every day like you did at one point in your life. That's just not the realism of it anymore. So that's the hardest part, accepting. So yeah, I mean, but you need to find. I mean, even with that, how crazy is that, man? The other day, what Kibble was talking about not having time for himself. Like I remember last week, I think it was, the whole day went. I think it was a Thursday. The whole day went with work, with chores, all that sort of stuff. And calls and stuff, evening calls, work. And I only had the opportunity to just sit down on the sofa and relax at 9:30 p.m. And I normally start getting ready for bed at 10. So telling me I only had 30 minutes to just sit on the sofa. By the time I sat on the sofa, I was like, this is the only time in the whole day that I could just sit here and do nothing. Like 30 minutes was gone. And I was like, oh my God, man, like, where does time go? Where does time go throughout the day? And that's another hard thing to kind of like manage as well. It's like, man, you gotta be really on point with time, and that's including like chill time as well. But if you just kind of stuff it in with just work, training, other work, the podcast editing, all that sort of stuff, you're gonna be you're never gonna have any time for yourself. So you need to kind of manage that time for yourself as well. I do say the training is time for myself, but I'm talking about like that puts me in stress, like my body in stress in the sense of like training. I just want a moment to sit on the sofa and just do nothing. But that was a reality check on that day. I was like, I can't believe it, man. That's how my days go. Like just 30 minutes to sit on the sofa and do nothing. Need to fix that, man. Again, it's about, for me, I know what it is, man. It's about learning to let go of some things so I can make more time to chill or to do other sort of things, man. I have to learn to let go. My bandwidth is not the same. You know what I mean? My 24-hour bandwidth is not the same, and I have to accept that. And that's going to take, still working on that one anyway, the acceptance of that. But yeah, other than that, you know what I mean? Other than that, life is cool. Getting through this fast feels good. And just gonna, next week, I don't know, I guess I'll go training Saturday, I'll go training Monday, and then when do we fly to Singapore? Tuesday night, fly to Singapore. So out there, it's hot and humid. I'll probably do a lot of running, do outdoor sort of stuff, and just I don't know, keep some kind of fitness. But I'm gonna be working as well, but I am gonna be on a bit of a vacation mode. So I'm gonna eat and whatnot, enjoy some of the food out there. I'm on vacation mode, I guess. So I'm gonna be working, but it's not routine mode, put it that way. So I'm gonna eat what I want. Which it's what I was saying, you know what I mean? Like even having a clean diet, man. Soon as I'm out of the country, I'm like, man, I want to enjoy some food. So I'm not going to be, when I come back, I'm going to have to get back to some kind of routine. But when we come back, I have to start thinking about moving and start packing and slowly start looking for a place and all that sort of stuff. There's going to be that stress, but I won't have I could have time for diet, won't have much time for the training or whatnot. Evening training, morning training I can handle, but evening is when they got jiu-jitsu and wrestling, and that's what I feel like I'm missing out. Yeah, so let's get into it, man. Let's get into this. A lot of news, a lot of stuff been going on. You mentioned Mission Impossible 5. Oh, it's 5 as well. What are we on? 20?
Yeah.
The Last Reckoning. You went to the premiere, the screening.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts, man, and also send me some pictures and your review because I want to upload it as well. But what's your thoughts? What's the last one? Right? Is this the last one or is it not? Or maybe that's a spoiler. Don't say nothing. How was the movie? How was the movie? Tom's a freaking legend, guys. It's crazy. One of the best action stars, man. Just doing his own stunts and whatnot. What was your thoughts about this movie, and how was the screening experience?
To be honest, bro, we got there just on time to get our seats, bro. It was so packed. It was really a busy one. I think, listen, man, this is like, the last one in the franchise. It's good, bro. It is good. My only, like, there's more to it, and I'm sure once you watch it and break it down, what's the word? Once we break it down, we'll talk more about it. But listen, man, Tom Cruise, that guy is our last action hero. Our last action hero. So, yeah, man, exciting times. Exciting times. It was a good film. Listen, man, I've enjoyed that whole legacy of movies. What was it? 1998? When did the first one come out?
98. Bloody hell. That guy smashed it, Tom. Building such a great franchise.
He's taken it from what it was to what it's become now. That first Mission Impossible movie is still good to this day, bro. I think it's 98. 98. Is it 98? 1996, bro.
Woo. Wow. 96.
This guy's been doing it almost 30 years, bro. 29 years.
Yeah, and also just like each time he's kind of stepped up with stunts, and he wants to do his own stunts, which makes it a bigger spectacle. You know what I mean? It's like, what is he gonna do next time? And he does that thing that Jackie Chan does. It's like shows the face, like, hey, this is me, I'm doing it, and he has all this behind the scenes footage and whatnot. And I look credit to stuntmen and women who don't get the credit and whatnot. But at least he's, in a way, I guess he's kind of highlighting the dangers and the stuff that they go through by doing it himself. And he's just a psycho anyway, man. That guy, he's a legend, freaking psycho doing all this stuff. But credit to him, man. I'm looking forward to watching this one because I watched the last one, I think this time last year when I was in the UK. Or when I was in the UK last, I can't remember. Last year, I was able to watch the premiere screening. I went by myself,
yeah, that's
man.
Right, yeah.
Basic. I remember you made me go by myself. Yeah. But that was good, yeah.
No, it's a good film, bro. Not gonna lie, it's like what's the word? Yeah, just spectacular, man. Like he's just, it's full on. It's 3-hour movie, bro. It's a 3-hour movie, so to keep people engaged in 3 hours, I gotta say they did pretty well. The action scenes are insane, tense. Like he really made us feel the mission in this one. Like, so when you can feel the mission, like I think every one of them has kept us on the tip of our toes. He just brings the action, bro. This is a big action fest movie. He's our last action hero, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Compared to any other action heroes at the moment now, Tom Cruise is our last action stunt hero, man. He's absolutely awesome. This movie is insane. It's insane. Some of the stuff in it is insane. And it's on a larger scale. Now, technicalities, we'll get into that later on. But overall, man, it's a good fun watch, man. Good fun watch. Like, it'll be in the top 10 of the movies this year, definitely.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Let's hope it just does its budget.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching this. I genuinely am. So I'll wait for, even for I was just talking earlier about time. I haven't had time to go cinema. So I watched Thunderbolts in cinema. That's the only one I watched. But yeah, just just making time to go cinema. But I will, I'll try and make an effort to I won't be. I'm going to Singapore next week. Anyway, I'll find it when I can. But I'm looking forward to that one. Okay, cool. Well, look, why don't we go into some trailers, bro? Some major trailers came out yesterday. Superman was one of them. Now, I know you said that you was not going to watch it until probably today. Now, did you get a chance to watch it?
I haven't had the chance to see it yet, bro. Not at all.
Okay.
No.
So I saw it yesterday, and first of all, it looks awesome. It looks freaking awesome, right? There's no like, listen, there's loads of scenes in there, right? And the trailer kind of just kind of goes into a whole thing where Lois Lane is interviewing Superman, right? But the trailer, my only thing right now is because it looks freaking epic. It does. It's so exciting. But there's so much going on in this first Superman movie. So much. It seems like Lois already knows he's Superman. You got the Green Lantern Corps in there. You got
I ain't seen it, man. I ain't seen it, man.
No, you saw the pictures of that dude with the funny hair, whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it on the original one, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm talking about everything, right? Lex is in everything is in this movie. So my thing is like, first of all, in the trailer, I don't know what you spoil, and I'm not gonna know to the movie. I ended up watching it, so I don't know what to spoil or what are you holding back. The exciting thing is like, what are you holding back? That is something exciting too. But two, you got so much going in this movie, and I know James Gunn is a genius, right? He does a great job of character building, and he does a good thing. He's really good at that. But are you going to have so many characters in this movie where it's going to be overwhelming? And you're going to come out of that movie thinking, all right, well, I don't care about these guys because they were all useless and whatnot. But yeah, these ones okay. Like how, like this, that's how I'm feeling right now. Is this movie going to have too much for us or for the audience to not feel?
Yeah, exactly.
But man, does it look epic though. I tell you that though. That's the one thing I can say. It looks epic on a grand Superman comic book scale, and I cannot wait to see it, to be honest with you. I am excited, even though I got those sort of concerns. I'm super excited about it. If you're not going to watch it, don't watch it. If you can avoid it, leave it. If you can do a reaction, do a reaction.
No, I will. I'm going to do a reaction later.
Yeah, trailer reactions I've stopped. I mean, when I say I've stopped, I don't know. I'm not on it as much. I've got one out for Wrecking Machine, which we'll talk about in a bit. I got one out for Nobody 2. But the comic book ones, I think I'm kind of done with the trailer reactions. Everyone does them anyway. And, anyway. But check out the trailer. If you want to check it out, check it out. But there's a lot going on. And it like I said, it makes me super excited. But it also gets me a little bit concerned about it. So looking forward to that one, man. I can't wait, man. Kibbs, I need to get I know you guys are going to get the premiere. I need to get one out here as well. I know we've got a relationship with DC out here as well. Warner Brothers. Need to get that one out here. Looking forward to that one coming out June 10th. June 10th or July 10th? June 10th.
I think it's 10th or 11th. It's one of them.
I think 10th in the UAE actually, and 11th out for you guys.
Okay.
I believe. Which is what I saw. All right, another trailer that came out on the opposite side of the spectrum, I guess. Marvel's Ironheart. Now, comparing Ironheart and Superman, 2 different levels. However, did you see the trailer for this?
Yes, I saw that this morning.
Produced by Ryan Coogler, and they went up a lot of Ryan Coogler's name because of how successful he is with Sinners and the Marvel, Black Panthers and whatnot. This trailer, after I watched it, in my personal opinion, it was just like, okay, that was it. It wasn't, I'm looking forward to this.
I actually was pretty excited, bro.
I wasn't.
I love the look and feel to it. Riri is part of the MCU now. I thought she was okay in Black Panther. I don't think we needed her in Black Panther. I think this TV show should have been her entry into it. But, all the suits and, what she's trying to prove. But it looks like she's gone to a person that's a bit more on the shady side of things. Yeah. I'm excited to watch it. I mean, until I see it, I can't give my full honest opinion.
I'll watch it.
I'm gonna call Marvel out on this one. We knew about this 2 years ago. They said something in D23 when they showed a bit of a clip last year. How they doing promos a month later? So that means there's something really bad about this show to do it. Because what I've learned from being in this industry now is when they release things last minute, they don't really care. They think it's going to flop or it's not going to do too well. Well, I'm like, did you see the level of CGI in there? It looked really good, bro.
It did. Okay, I have to give it for that. Yeah, I have to give it to that.
The level of CGI, you got the suits and stuff like that. it's like, okay, but what is it? Why wasn't this character being pushed, bro? Like, what is it?
See, my thing in Black Panther, I agree. Like, I don't think she should have been a big part of it. Maybe a mention, maybe a scene, a cameo, something, right? That's how things would be. But my only other thing in that movie as well, like, listen, she's Ironheart, which is, you know, a new version of Iron Man in a way, right? End of the day, like, you know, in this, she was, I think it was MIT, you know, Tony Stark sponsored everyone's projects in MIT, all that stuff. Cool. There was no mention of Tony. She didn't mention him in the first one. And I'm not saying she has to be obsessed with him, but what I'm saying is, like, if you're trying to make a suit of armor like Iron Man and whatnot, you're called Ironheart, you know, at least put some credit where, you know, I just want to see that relationship. You know what I mean? Like, that guy inspired me, man. He was a hero. I just want to see that. And when you don't give that sort of credit to where it's coming from, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Let's see. Like you said, listen, I watched the trailer. And I was just like, cool, this is okay. I will watch this. There's nothing that I would never watch the trailer and say I wouldn't watch it. Well, actually, you never know, right? But you know, I would always watch it, right? Nothing will ever put me off. However, it didn't excite me. I was just like, cool, when it comes on, I'll watch it. And that's it. And that's that. And if the show surprises, and that's what I'm hoping as a fan, that I am proven wrong and the show turns out to be amazing and I love every episode and it's enjoyable. But we'll have to wait and see. You know what I mean? We'll have to wait and see. Now, if you're saying that, you're right. They've only given us a trailer 1 month before launch, only snippets before. Are they investing in it? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. And they probably, you know, realize that this ain't going to work out or it's going to be bad. Or maybe they started production and like, shit, we just got to finish it off. I don't think people are feeling it. Let's just finish off. It could be one of that. However, you never know. You never know what they could do with it. You never know what direction they could take and what kind of story arc and character building that they bring into it, which makes you feel for Riri and makes you feel like, cool, I want to see more Riri. I mean, listen, man, that's going to be my sort of conclusion at the end. Do I want to see more Riri in the MCU or not? And if it's no, then I'm going to be like, cool, it's not for me, I guess. The show's not for me. So we'll wait and see, I guess.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just feel like, you know, the lateness on it is just not great, and I feel like I have to call them out.
Yeah. Another trailer that came out a couple of weeks back, which I just done a reaction for. I know I was late to the game. Again, I'm not enthusiastic with trailer reactions. Is the Wrecking Machine, sorry, with The Rock, and he's portraying the character of Mark Kerr, or the person of Mark Kerr, who is an MMA fighter, a legendary MMA fighter. He's been doing it for you know, he's fought back in the days, man. So I learned about Mark Kerr after I got into the UFC and learned about MMA. I remember I bought Fight Pass and I just went back, started watching the old MMAs, UFC events. Yeah. And Mark Kerr fought in that. And he fought in the days where there was like no rules, headbutts, all that sort of stuff. He fought in Brazil, in Vale Tudo. He fought in Pride, in Japan. Guy's a legend. Now, I had no idea about his out of the ring or out of the cage sort of life, you know, the substance abuse, the wife that was there, which wasn't the biggest support, and all this sort of stuff, and the stuff that he went through mentally and stuff like that. I had no idea about it. So I'm really looking forward to this movie highlighting that aspect of his life. Because again, as an MMA fan, I could be, you know, the guy was a unit, bro. He was a unit. He was stacked. And The Rock, I have to give The Rock credit. He looks good in this trailer. First of all, it looks like he's acting, right? With all respect to him, it looks like he's doing something, a different kind of acting role. And then the prosthetics and the wig that he's wearing, he looks so much like Mark Kerr. And obviously, he's got the body for it. The guy's always had the body, but just like Mark Kerr had these massive traps and whatnot. And I think that's one of the best things that The Rock could really do, is really try and imitate the way Mark Kerr's body looked. But I'm looking forward to seeing the kind of like bio-doc sort of movie that they're going to make. You know, Bas Rutten's in the movie when Bas Rutten had a close relationship with Mark Kerr. I believe he trained him, or they trained together, or he trained him or something like that, which I'm hoping, you know, with someone like Bas Rutten on the project, he would, you know, make sure that they don't deviate too much away from real life stories or real life things. You know what I mean? Like, if there was something completely fake, I'm hoping Bas will be like, no, that's not how it was. I was right there. Like, you can't tell me that's how it was when I was right there, because they do that sort of stuff, right? So I'm hoping that, and I'm expecting a lot from this movie. from that sort of perspective, just keeping it accurate to Mark Kerr and with respect to him. So looking forward to that. I really am looking forward to that movie, and I'm genuinely the trailer was good. Yeah, that should be an interesting one, man. So I just wanted to give you my thoughts on that. All right, Flight or Fight, bro. So this is a movie that's out, and you got an opportunity to watch it ahead of time. You were on the promo, which is great that they put you on the promo and everything.
Yeah.
How was that movie? What did they send you a link to watch it online? Was that a screening? How was that?
Yeah, that's an online. That's an online thing. That's an online thing.
That's awesome.
Like I said,
those are the best ones.
Yeah, those are the best ones. I don't want to. Like I haven't been going to most of them anyway. I'll just do whatever I can from home. Josh Hartnett, man. Yeah, this is a good film. It's a good, fun film. It's the producers of John Wick as well. So the martial arts is quite good in it. Josh Hartnett coming back, bro, like with some really good movies, man. Good, fun movie. This is a good, fun, hilarious action movie, bro, where, you know, it's about somebody trying to catch a fugitive, and, you know, everybody on the plane is a fucking assassin. And he's caught up in the middle of this shit, and he's like, what the hell is going on, man? Everybody trying to kill each other. There's some gory scenes in there. You know what? It's great to see some like lead actors that are, you know, I mean, I know he's the lead, but you know, everybody else around him was like Asian and South Asian, and it's weird, bro. It's like, wow, I'm not seeing the typical faces here. Like, I'm seeing brown faces on here, which is like really good, that take part in the movie as well. It's just a good, fun action movie, bro. Got to say, like, even in my review, it looks like Josh was having fun with this as well. You could tell he was having fun with it. Yeah, just an easy movie, bro. Really easy movie. Nothing.
I'm looking forward to watching it. I actually want to watch it because it feels like an easy movie. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, like you don't have to put your mind to it. You know, very easy watch, bro. And it's a good, fun watch as well. It's like one of those movies that I could slap on any time because I don't have to use much brain power. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, I love my action movies, bro. Recently, I've been going through a nostalgic phase right now where I'm watching movies like The Fugitive and U.S. Marshal and Men in Black, and like all of these really good action comedy films which well, actually, Fugitive's not a comedy, nor is U.S. Marshals, but Tommy Lee Jones. I'm going for a Tommy Lee Jones phase.
I was just about to say, I was thinking of the trend, and I was like, is that a Tommy Lee Jones trend that this guy phase is going through?
I'm on a Tommy Lee Jones trend at the moment now, where I'm like, you know what, this guy has this, and I watched Men in Black as a mistake, and it's still on the subject of fight or flight, because with Men in Black, like, there's the action that comes with it. There's the special effects that are amazing. Will Smith brings this comedic timing to what he does. Tommy Lee Jones still has the stern but funny one-liners. Like, he just pulls these funny one-liners off, and it's like, it suits him really well. And then you see his characters in every other movie, and you're like, he still has that. He has this charm. He reminds me. I always say he reminds me of an older version of Ahmed. But it's like, he has this charm about him on the screen, and he really enjoys the roles that he does, bro. Like, he really takes them on, and like has this. I think most of the time he does play himself, which is fine. A lot of actors do that. That's why you get jobs, because they're like, I want that guy to play the cop, you know, or something like that. But you know, it works for him, and I feel like what Josh Hartnett was doing in Fight or Flight it works for him. You know, he's come back, and he's doing movies that he looks like he's having fun with. And Fight or Flight is a good, fun action movie. And it will remind you of an era of that we grew up in action movies, you know? This is like Passenger 57, Under Siege, Snakes on a Plane. Like all of that rolled up into one movie with a bit of espionage in there as well, which is interesting. So, but it's a good action film. And he pulls off the martial arts very well as well. You know, like, there are some, as you said, there are some people that do martial art movies, action films, and you're like, no, that just doesn't, you know, when even Daniel LaRusso, when he does a spin kick, you're like, oh shit, that looked like that hurt, bros. You know, he's not a martial artist. Like, even though he's the Karate Kid, he's not a martial artist. But if you see Jackie Chan do a spin kick, you're like, in real life,
you
you're like, okay,
you can see who's trained.
You can see that. So, but Josh Hartnett, like, there's some moments, like, there's some close combat fighting, and I was like, oh shit, he's actually really pulling this off really well. And I suppose that comes with, agility and learning quickly and going from there. But I've never seen him in an action film fight like that before. So it's interesting to see that he's taking this on. And, it gives you that element of like what, fucking hell, Keanu Reeves, bro. When we first saw him in The Matrix, we were like, whoa, shit. He's pulling this shit off. He's actually doing it. So yeah, good film.
I'm looking forward to watching. Listen, with these type of action movies, honestly, I love the feeling of like first of all watching it from home, but just sitting down like with the missus, get some popcorn or something, jump food a little bit, and just sit down and watch it. And like you said, it's a no-brainer. Whereas like I'm preparing myself to watch Sinners, and it's going to be done right. You know what I mean? I know the mind and everything's going to be done right. So I kind of like the mixture of both. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to watching this one when it comes out. So. I like those type of action movies. Cool. All right, well, let's move on. Some other news, man. So, first of all, man, Jeremy Renner, man, I'm actually reading his book, was it called The Last Breath, I think it's called? Or let me double check. But he was on Rogan's podcast recently talking about his book, talking about, the incident that happened, man, that where he nearly lost his life, literally, man. And the book is called The Last Breath. Pull out the wrong phone, man. When you just got too many apps and you're trying to find the right thing. The Next Breath. The Next Breath.
Yeah.
Jeremy. So I'm reading his book, listening to his story and everything about that. He was on Rogan's podcast talking about it. Anyway, something else I found out about him was he turned down Hawkeye season 2 because apparently they offered him half the salary of season 1, and he commented saying, "Wait, so do you think that I'm only half of the Jeremy because I got run over?" It's very interesting when I heard that. I'm like, why would you? The guy's been a part of MCU from the beginning, right? He's one of the original 6, and Hawkeye's a massive character, right? Whether you like it or not, he's been there from the very beginning. How could you not pay him what he's deserved? You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure Rainer was like, listen, man, I'm only in 1 episode, so I just took whatever they gave me. But if he's asking for the same, if he's saying just pay me the same amount, that means he's a big part of the show, right? I doubt he'll be like, I'm in 20 minutes of the episode, give me the same amount of money, right? I know he'll be like, he would understand that. But it sounds like they're not looking to pay him as well, and I think that's messed up. I mean,
I saw that clip, and it's heartbreaking. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Like, he's one of the original guys. Like, he's been on that journey from day dot. Why do that? Why would you do that to somebody who's been a part of the MCU for so long? He's given you half of his life, a quarter of his life in that franchise. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's full on crazy. I don't understand why they would do that. Honestly, do not understand why they would do that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of heartbreaking.
That is, because he's one of the originals, man. And it's like, okay, I know we're moving on from the originals, but at least, send them off nicely. You know, I'm trying to say, like, and I'm talking about the actors now, not the characters. I'm talking about the actors, man. Send them off nicely if we're slowly kind of moving away from them. It just feels bad. Like, don't do that to him. That's messed up. And the guy almost lost his life, literally. And the fact that he's back, man, the guy, bro, when he was on Rogan's podcast, he was saying it was a miracle that he didn't have any major sort of like organ issues and whatnot, but loads of broken bones and everything. I mean, I can't even imagine oh my God, what he went through. But he just went through that. Don't do this to one of the veterans of the MCU. You know what I mean? Don't do that. That's not right. Hopefully they sort it out, man, and they get him back and do it properly.
No, 100%, man. Me too. I'm hoping the same. I'm hoping the same. He does not deserve that at all. Such a shame. Such a shame. Such a shame. But that's the problem now. You just feel like larger corporations and businesses now, they don't really give a shit, man. And I think they're starting to understand, like, I'm expendable, man. I'm expendable. They'll just find somebody else, you know what I mean? And it's a business at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, of course. They never did give a shit. Let's be real, never did. They'll replace anyone and everyone. Doesn't matter what industry you are. But yeah, it's a shame. Hopefully they get it done, man. We need a season 2. When I say we need it, I kind of enjoyed Hawkeye season. Kate Bishop wasn't too bad of a character, and just kind of being with Hawkeye and just seeing his grief. I thought that was a pretty good show.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
yeah, if we get more. All right, let's move on. James Cameron taps Martin Sheen to narrate Ghost of Hiroshima audiobook. Director's plans post-Avatar epic movie about a man who survived both A-bomb blasts. So this is an interesting audiobook, but I think he's looking to turn it into a movie. Martin, let me just read this out. I'm getting this from Deadline. Martin Sheen has been tapped by James Cameron to narrate the audiobook Ghost of Hiroshima, the Charles Pellegrino book set for publication by Blackstone on August 5th. Cameron plans to use the book as the base for a film of the same name, which the filmmaker will direct his first non-Avatar film since 1997's Titanic. The project has been a labor of love for Cameron for 15 years, and the 3-time Emmy Award winner Sheen was part of that dream. Martin Sheen is my dream come true. Martin Sheen is my dream come true to read this book for audio, Cameron told Deadline. His voice-over narrates for Apocalypse Now still haunts me, and for a subject this dark, he will give it the gravitas and humanity that it needs. Gravitas, if I said that word right. Anyway, that sounds epic, bro. Listen, man, James Cameron knows how to make epic movies, right? As we know. And this looks like he's telling, this audiobook sounds very interesting. And for him to kind of make a film out of it, I feel like it's going to be an epic story of what happened in Japan. We've seen a lot of them, but just coming from James Cameron, just an epic story of what happened in Japan and the horrible thing that the America done to them by dropping in nuclear bombs on them. You know what I mean? No other country's ever done that. Or they always claim every other country they can't have a nuke because they might do it. You're the only one that's done it. But anyway, Japan has come a long way since then, and this will be an interesting story that James Cameron would talk about. On the next thing, I was going to talk about actually a show that I've been watching that I want to kind of recommend, man. The Studio with Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
It's absolutely brilliant, bro. It's brilliant. And I think it's a comedy, right? But it also, I think what he's trying to do is highlight the little ins and outs and nitty-gritties and what they go through behind the scenes through production with producers and having interviews with directors and storytellers and whatnot, and how they put these things together and just the shit that goes on, basically. It's absolutely amazing and hilarious, because obviously Seth Rogen doing it. There's going to be a bunch of comedy in there. He's so awesome. Seth Rogen is an awesome, I have to say, in my opinion, Seth Rogen is a brilliant filmmaker. I have to say.
Yeah.
And he brings
100%.
that comedy element to it. And there's just that background. Some of the episodes that make me laugh, bro, man, where they're just thinking that, they're talking about equity and diversity, and there's like, oh God, wait, hold on, is this racist? Let's go ask this person. It's just hilarious, man. In and out. Absolute brilliant show. The Studio, if you haven't seen it, I think it's Apple TV. Brilliant show, TV, yeah. Especially if you're into movies and you love to learn about how they're made and all that stuff, and just get a little glimpse of the outside or the behind the scenes. You got to watch that. Seth Rogen does a brilliant job to kind of show that. I think I got a new episode this week coming out. I think there's 2 more episodes I need to get through. He's brilliant. I love Seth Rogen. I do miss him and the boys making a comedy movie, man. Jonah Hill. I know they're not friends with Franco anymore because of his innocent incident. But Danny McBride, I miss them boys getting together making a movie, man. I hope they got something in the works, man, because they make some of the best comedy movies, man. Thinking being Superbad being one of the best, Pineapple Express. I hope them boys make another one. But check out The Studio, guys. Brilliant movie.
No, absolutely. I need one to check out. It's on my list.
Okay, cool. Another show that has possibly been made, Creed Universe TV series called Delphi. I think that's how you pronounce it. ordered by Amazon with Michael B. Jordan as the executive producer. So this is something that they're working on, man. The Long in the Works, again, I'm reading off Deadline. The Long in the Works TV extension of Creed movie universe is a reality. Prime Video has ordered Delphi, a drama series executive produced by Creed movie franchise star Michael B. Jordan and Marco Ramirez, who will serve as the showrunner. So Delphi is focused on a young boxer at the Delphi gym from Rocky and Creed movies. So, you know, keeping it in that universe, but it's based on a new boxer that's basically trains in that gym, I guess.
Okay.
So the Delphi Boxing Academy is a Los Angeles-based boxing gym founded by Tony Duke. That's where Apollo Creed trained for many years. I mean, look, man, Rocky, it's an interesting one because you've gone from the Rocky universe. It is ultimately the Rocky universe. However, you've kind of transferred it to Creed. And I remember Creed 3, which was brilliant, but it didn't have any mentions of Rocky, which is tough to take because you're coming from that universe. It's a very tough one. But it's about, like, you know, moving on with this franchise. But to taking this franchise now onto a TV series, you know, it could be good. I mean, Michael B. Jordan is awesome. So I'm pretty sure what he puts out there will be awesome, especially with the money from Prime. It's always a tough one because I am 100% attached with Rocky. It's one of my favorite franchises out there. I have to say, it's one of my favorite franchises, favorite universes. The Rocky franchise and universe is one of the best. I can always go back and watch that. But moving on to Creed, you know what I mean? I accept the Creed movies. I love them. Let's see how they kind of carry on this universe. But I'll never forget Rocky. Never. And I don't think they're trying to do that, but I'm just saying, like, it's a tough one.
No, definitely a tough one. Yeah, let's see. It's gonna be full on. It's gonna be absolutely full on. But I just feel like I don't want it. I think I'm becoming that old school dude now. I don't want it. I'm all right. I'm happy with what I got. I don't need it to be extended. And it's amazing. You know, at first I used to say, shit, man, we're getting a whole new universe here. But now it's like, oh man, it's losing the love that the original series or movie or whatever gave to me. So I don't know. I think that's just me not being a critic or anything, just a fan, just saying, you know, enough is enough. I'm happy with what I got, and it's great because movies and TV shows don't have rewatchability no more. Where the hell do I have time to watch all the old ones again? Have that rewatchability to it, continue to the regurgitated stuff that we get now. But that's just me, guys. That's just me. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think it's hard when you're trying to create a story, but then you attach it to something with such legacy like Rocky. And it's kind of like, man, if you try to just kind of, I know it's risky in one sense to try and create a complete new story. So like, man, if we attach it to the Rocky universe, there may be some hype behind it. You're aiming at that audience, but you're trying to get new audience or whatnot. But it's also tough because if you're attaching it to something so legendary and then a great franchise, and it doesn't perform, it's even worse, and you lose those fans. You know what I mean? So it's a tough one. I kind of wish, and it's the same thing like with this whole, Disney thing and DEI thing, and I'm kind of thinking about that. I'm like, you know what? I wish you guys just created new stories for these characters and not just change characters and all that sort of stuff, because that's what caused a lot of controversy. Create new stories, create new characters, and get us into that. But anyway, we'll wait and see for what happens with Creed TV show. I'm definitely going to watch it though, to be honest with you. I definitely will. So
no, 100%. Of course we will.
All right. Krysten Ritter returns as Jessica Jones in Marvel's Daredevil Born Again Season 2. The actor joins Charlie Cox in a celebrated Disney Plus series. I mean, listen, man, I kind of knew. I mean, I think it's great that they're bringing back her. Hopefully we see Iron Fist. Who's the other guy, man? Luke Cage. Hopefully we see Luke Cage. And hopefully, yes, we get Iron Fist back in there. Whether it's the same dude as before, maybe they give him another chance with a new direction and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of Daredevil season 1, Born Again, like, it was kind of like, all right, you know what I mean? Hopefully them guys are coming. You're setting that up. So I'm glad they are coming, because you do have that universe where you got these, New York-based superheroes like Jessica Jones, like Luke Cage and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
I think it was kind of set up that, which I'm glad, and I hope they get some other ones because Spidey is end of the day a street level hero. So hopefully you get him in there. But just to kind of read this out from Marvel.com, during the Disney's 2025 upfront presentation on Tuesday, Krysten Ritter took the stage and announced that she'll be joining the cast of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, joined by Daredevil's Charlie Cox. Ritter revealed that she will be reprising her role as Jessica Jones, the beloved superhero private investigator. So that's pretty awesome. I have to say that is awesome, and I'm happy she's coming back, and I hope more characters come back to that Daredevil season.
No, same here, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. It'd be interesting. Castings are always difficult, but with this with this TV show, like as we said, the good and bads of having Daredevil Born Again come back again. So it'd be interesting to see which direction they go with this. And now we got Punisher, we got Jessica Jones back. I'm sure they will work out the rest of the characters as well. But for now, we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, what happens? I'm excited. Yeah, I am excited.
I'm excited. Even though, guys, check out our review. I mean, we actually loved it. We just had some thoughts around it, but we loved it, man. I thought it was awesome. And Punisher's just, for me, obviously super excited. So I'm looking forward to that, man. Okie dokie. Let's see. The next thing on the list was Guy Ritchie to direct Roadhouse 2 with Jake Gyllenhaal. Now, I know you weren't the biggest fan of Roadhouse, but I kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was okay. I didn't mind it. I like Jake Gyllenhaal as actor. I think he's awesome. And Guy Ritchie's just got a great way of directing. I think he does an amazing job with some of the works that he's been working on, stuff that he's been working on. Especially, obviously, I know him mostly from the British movies, the British gangster movies, the Lock, Stocks and all that stuff. But he's amazing. He's amazing. So I feel like he'll bring a different element to this. Guy Ritchie will direct the sequel to Roadhouse, with Jake Gyllenhaal to reprise his role as ex-UFC fighter Dalton. Roadhouse 2 marks the third collaboration between Ritchie and Gyllenhaal, and their second for Amazon, MGM Studios. What was their first? Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. Oh, okay. The filmmaker and the Oscar and Tony nominated actor also collaborated on the forthcoming action thriller In the Grey. I didn't know if thing was in that actually. Jake Gyllenhaal was in that. Anyway, they've collaborated before. This is another fun movie, easy to watch movie for me personally. I don't think it's hard to watch. It was kind of easy to watch Friday night, Saturday night type of movie that you put on Amazon Prime and just sit back and enjoy it. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I don't mind it. I actually don't mind it at all. You're mute.
I know, bro. Sorry. Just put on mute. I had to quickly just type out something. We've just had some bad news, so trying to multitask as always. It's always on the go. Listen, the first one, I don't know. He's something about his cheese, bro. Like really annoyed me. But listen, it's a good action film, bro. Jake always brings his A game when he does his work. So like, it was a good watch, but I just felt like you don't have to call it Roadhouse. Like Roadhouse has this next element to the movie, bro, which I still enjoy for some reason. Patrick Swayze, he had this coolness about him, which this version didn't have. Yeah, I don't know. But listen, if Guy Ritchie's going to do it, he's going to do it in his own... he's got this really stylistic way he shoots things. So I'm sure it'd be a great movie, and it'd be interesting to see where he goes with it next. Definitely.
Yeah. Now, I get what you're saying, man. I mean, again, I think you're riding off something that was an old cult classic. Patrick Swayze's original one was awesome. We done a review on it on our retro movie reviews, and it's an awesome movie. And I think, what was that scene that killed you? We're laughing about it, man. I can't remember. Anyway, 80s cheese, love it, absolutely brilliant. Maybe they're riding off that, but I don't know. It could have been a standalone movie. I think you could have just not standalone. You could have made it a different kind of story and a new character. But I don't know. I guess you're riding off that name basically. That's what you're doing.
It works, bro. It's business. If it brought in viewership and people watched it. Loads of people watch it. Then why not?
Yep. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the comic book world a little bit, man. At last, Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is getting his own solo series, and it will append the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe. So seems to be a comic book series. Supervillains have been stealing the spotlight from their heroic counterparts lately, from Venom's trilogy to the Joker's massive success. Breaking Bad has never felt so good. Now it seems that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles want to get in on the slice and slice of the villain action, putting the iconic Shredder center of stage. I'm getting this from Screen Rant, by the way. Written by Dan Waters and illustrated by Michael Bandini, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredders is set to reveal the depths of Shredder's intense career as a ruthless ruler of New York criminal underworld. The series promises to reshape the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe, offering a deeper dive into the darker heart of one of its most iconic antagonists, the Shredder. That's kind of exciting, man. Shredder is a cool freaking character. And I feel like they're right. Like, when a villain is as important as the protagonist in the show, because you don't know Turtles without Shredder. Like, he's just there. He's so good as a villain. And I think it's super, like, it's important to get, like, I think it's great that they're giving him finally a backstory after all these years to kind of see, you know, what's his game, man? Why the hell did he turn so evil? I mean, I hope it's a backstory, but you know what I mean? So I think that'd be pretty awesome.
No, it will be, bro. I think that'd be really good. That'd be really good. I think, as you said, the villains are, you know, center show now, because people understand, like, there's two sides of a story, right? We're not grown into bad people. Hate is taught. Hate is taught, guys. The narrative is taught to us. You know, the education system, or the person who's mentoring you, or somebody that you follow. The narrative is controlled by what you take in as an influence, which is the way it works now, currently in the world at the moment now. So it'd be interesting to take. Shredder is an amazing character. I still love that Uncle Phil was the voice of that character.
Yes.
Rest in peace to him. And yeah, no, I'm excited, bro. Sorry. In a way, this is just my thoughts, because right now we're not getting much new IP or new things. Past couple of years we've been just getting, you know, this, you know, the same product still going on for, you know, generations, which is absolutely amazing. Look, I'm not going to take that away. I still get excited as a big kid, you know what I mean? But they're finding it hard to get new ideas, bro. Like, the comic books have got some really good stuff that they do. Like, just make the last Ronin movie, man. You know, make the last Ronin movie.
That I want to see.
So, you know, I think it's going to be in development, and it'd be so fucking good, bro. One of the best comic books that have come out in the past decade, bro. You know what I mean? Which is insane. And then you have a movie like Sinners that comes out, which is an original IP. Everything about it is fucking masterpiece. Like, you know, it was like destined to do amazing things. Like, when you make a movie like this, cult classic, you know, it will end up being a cult classic. I've seen it 3 times already, bro. It's insanely good. So it's very difficult. I kind of feel like, you know, not that I'm bored, but audience will get bored. People will get bored. And that, you know, that's why things end up going on streaming so quickly. And you're like, we had some really good original movies. You had Novocaine, which is a good, fun action film that went on digital quick. You know, I didn't even give it enough 2 weeks in cinema. You know what I mean? You have loads of things like that, man. Like, you know, with Sinners, it's getting re-released in IMAX again. So, like, you know, it's giving these original movies a go. And I know once in every year we have that one original movie that takes over. Like, Oppenheimer did that last time, which is not original. It's more of a take on a biopic. But Chris Nolan added his magical flair in there. Yeah, man, let's see what happens. I'm going to look forward to it, and I'm still going to watch it regardless. But let's see. Like, it's like...
Well, I think it's a comic.
Give me quality. I want quality. I really want quality. If you're gonna bring that to the screen, and I want quality.
Can you hear me, bro? I think it's this comic book. I don't think it's just not. It's not a show or anything. It's a comic book.
Oh, it's a comic book. Sorry, I got that.
Yeah.
All right, I've gone way on a tangent. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, comic book. I'm in all day, bro. An origin story for him. That's all good. There we go.
I think comic books are so much better, and comic books so much better to express these kind of stories.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, comic books all day long. All day long.
Yeah. So yeah,
all day long.
Talking about cinema and stuff like that, just a quick one. AMC, which is one of the largest like cinema, whatever out there, theaters out there, are doing a discount Wednesday. AMC theaters to dramatically slash movie ticket prices beginning of July 9th every Wednesday. So the offer will kick in during the business summer season amid the release of event picks, including Jurassic World, rebirth of James Gunn's anticipated Superman. So I think this is based in the US. I know AMC was supposed to buy Cineworld. I think there was a big thing there. I had some stocks in it. I lose when everything lose. Cineworld lose. I lost my money, everything. Anyway, AMC is, I think, the biggest cinema in the US, and they're looking to do discount Wednesday. So guys, if you're a cinema goer and if money's an issue, I think Wednesday's a good day in the week, actually, because it breaks up the week if you want to go watch a movie. So I think that's cinema goers, man. Go check it out, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. Man, I think what it is, guys, keep the cinema alive, please. Keep the cinema alive. It's a place I love to go to. It's a place where my mind can rest. It's a place where my mind's imagination grows bigger. You know, you watch a movie, like, I can still remember 15 years ago watching Interstellar or The Dark Knight or Batman Begins, Inception, all of these great movies that we're getting to see in the cinema right now. Mission Impossible. You know, it's a cinematic adrenaline rush. Like, I don't want to lose that, man. I don't want to lose that because, like, the joy I get of coming out of the cinema when it's an amazing movie, Sinners. Bro, when I came out that first, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've been lucky. I'm going to say, no, I haven't been lucky. I've been working fucking hard. I work fucking hard doing this stuff, bro. And just to let people know, and people think it's easy, doesn't matter. It still costs me. It's cost me £20 every time I go in and out of London, all right, to go to a screening. So that's my ticket price. I'm going to say that there and then. But luckily, because of the industry we're in, we get to go to some of these screenings. Now, we've been doing this for a good couple of years now. We're getting more screenings, which is amazing. But Sinners is the first movie. Shit, man, this is embarrassing. This is the first movie in probably in about a year and a half or two, I've paid for IMAX, £25. Pow! Went to watch it, and I've never had that experience, that feeling, that joy. I had goosebumps on my fucking head, bro. Who has goosebumps on their fucking head? Like, I had that. That was worth my £25, bro. You know what I mean? So, like, we got to keep the cinema alive. And it's difficult. It's not easy. We're struggling. We're all struggling financially, you know, to fork out 25 quid, knowing that we're paying for streaming. It's very difficult. And what they, I got this video on Marvel and what they did. And it was like, man, you guys are deep. That's why people are going to wait for fucking Disney Plus, because you just, not even 3 days, you're already posting that shit. Could you imagine we saw that and we didn't see it in time?
We're talking about the Thunderbolts thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we spoke about this in our review. I mean, they spoiled the shit out of it. But Marvel, if anyone should do it, I feel like Marvel should just do it. And they should maybe...
No, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, because anyone else is going to do it. Everything is, immediately after screeners, everyone's spoiling it. So if anyone should do it, why not Marvel? And Marvel, I feel like they should have, like I said, either a website or even it's a subscription to Disney Plus or whatever. And they're like, all right, well, this is what the spoilers that you lot, or the things that you lot found. Let us tell you what we really put in there. And they can go into the nitty-gritty of every single Easter egg they put in there. So, you know, it's a spoiler, but if Marvel ain't going to do it, why? If everyone else is going to do it, then why shouldn't Marvel just take advantage of it? I don't know. Maybe this was a one-off because it's a big thing. It's a big controversy here. Big controversy moment before Avengers Doomsday, right? Civil War is the big controversy moment before Infinity War. Maybe this is the big controversy thing before Avengers Doomsday. I don't know. You know, I'm thinking when I'm in Singapore, if I'm free, I probably will go. If Sinners is still out in cinema, I'll probably go catch it in cinema there because I'm gonna have more time in the sense that I'm not going to be in any routine. I don't need to go training in the evenings. You know, you know what I mean? I probably, maybe, if there's nothing going on, I might catch it.
How long are you there for?
But just about 3 weeks.
All right. Where are you staying?
We're staying with a friend. We're staying with a friend's place.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
So it's gonna be tight. Anyway, let's finish up with some releases because there's a lot of release dates coming out, man. So let's bang through all of this basically. So Peacemaker season 2 is scheduled to be released in December. No, not December. What am I talking about? August 21st. Peacemaker season 2, August 21st. That's one that's going to be released. Trailer 2 actually looked pretty awesome. The trailer that came out actually looked pretty awesome. I mean, I'm not expecting anything different because the first one was really good. And I'm expecting this to be as good. And it's got the Green Lantern Corps again in it as well. I mean, that was a bit of a spoiler, but it's fun. It's fun. The first one had a really cool Justice League plug, which was awesome. But, you know, that was awesome. All right. The Hunt of Gollum. I didn't even know that they were making this, bro. But they got a Hunt of Gollum is looking to come out on December 17th, 2027. And if I remember correctly, all the Lord of the Rings movie came out on the exact same date, if I remember correctly, around that December 17th day, your birthday.
Yeah, my birthday.
So this is a big one, right? For them to have a thing. So the Lord of the Rings, the Hunt of Gollum, sets December 2027 release date. Yeah, Gollum will return to the big screen, man, just before Christmas. Warner Brothers has announced that Andy Serkis, the Lord of the Rings, Hunt of Gollum will open. Yes, Andy Serkis is involved, obviously, which makes sense because he voiced him, right? So, Gollum, take a look, guys. December 17th, 2027.
I'll be 45, man. Goddamn.
Bloody hell, yeah, that's going to be crazy. The other release is we got a quick little teaser trailer for the new Godzilla and Kong, a sequel, title released, Supernova, which will come out apparently, I think, my birthday, March 26, 2027.
Yeah, man.
So I'm going to be 42. God damn it. Anyway, another Godzilla and Kong movie. I mean, you know what to expect. It is what it is.
It will be a good, fun action band type of movie, bro. There's no science to it no more, bro. Like, we're gonna get some original movies, we're gonna get some franchise movies, we're gonna get some action packed. Don't make no sense because the last one was bogus. But you know, they're not rewatchable. That's the only thing for me. You guys are not creating cult classics. They're not rewatchable cult classics. That's
Godzilla -1 is a cult classic. Ooh, I would say that. That's a cult classic. Freaking amazing movie. This
fucking good. I love that movie. Yeah, I
feel this is like one of those just big CGI, big monster Warner Brothers type of movie, just throw money and just make it. I mean, I would just prefer them if they just get the humans out and they just tag team on a bunch of freaking or if you're gonna do a human story, do it as good as -1. If not, just get these two to tag team up with a bunch of other monsters that's headed to destroy the world. Like, could you imagine like Pacific Rim, but Godzilla and Kong has to save the day? Give me that, man, instead of all this other nonsense. And I know it's kind of been like that in a way, but I say remove all the humans and Godzilla and Kong decide, hey, let's team up and let's punch up these fools. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to come out. Another movie that's looking to come out, Sisu. Remember Sisu?
Yes.
They got part 2 that's looking to come out in theaters November 21st.
Okay.
Another cool, fun movie where it's almost like John Wick-esque type dude killing up Nazis
World War
and
II
whatnot.
games, yeah.
Yeah, World War II games. I mean, come on, the guy that never dies. I think he's based on a real character who, I wouldn't say never died, but he just went through some shit, right? So the same legendary dude they made a movie on, basically, who just goes through some shit and just never dies, man. The first one was awesome, and this one will be awesome too. It's kind of like John Wick with Nazis, man, which is awesome.
All right.
The next one was Squid Game season 3, June 27th, man. Squid Games. I'm a fan. Can't wait. I really can't wait. It's another thing where I'm not gonna lie. I just had this this nice feeling of, especially a show like this where me and the missus can just sit on the sofa and sit back and watch. I just like that feeling. I look forward to it. We watch it together. I do eat some junk food, and I just kind of enjoy that sort of environment. So I'm looking forward for Squid Games and for them to hopefully finish off the series, because I don't want them to prolong it too much, because I think this is an epic show. But the more you prolong it, even though it could be epic still all the time, I just hope you don't lose that initial buzz from it. You know what I mean? So there's that. What was next that's coming out? Fallout season 2 is scheduled December 2025, and also it's been renewed for season 3, which means that Amazon got the monies, and also they feel like it'll be a success. I did enjoy the first Fallout season. It wasn't bad. I've never played the game, so I'm just going in completely new, and it wasn't really bad at all. It was pretty damn good. You know, post nuclear world and all that sort of stuff, you know. But yeah, like season 2 December, season 3 being relit. So let's see how it goes. I mean, I wonder how gamers. I mean, I don't know if Ash played the game, but I wonder how gamers feel about this, because there's a lot of thought about the new what's the zombie one, man? Come on. Last of Us season 2. I mean, there's a lot of critics, like listen, man, if you played it started off amazing, like crazy. If you played the game like Ash does, you sat back and you know what's going to happen, and the rest of the audience, like myself, who's never played the game, is shocked at what happened, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. And Ash is like, yep, I played the game, I knew that it was going to happen. But then now I don't know. Can I spoil it? I swear you're not going to watch it, are you?
I do, because I did really enjoy the first season.
Okay, then I won't say that until you see
something. I know that something big has happened, but I don't know why it is.
Like, so you should watch it. Yeah, you should watch it before it gets spoiled, man. You should watch it to get that.
What is it? Has it thrown you off?
No, just watch it. Just watch it. Since you haven't seen it and you plan to watch it, just watch it. At least get to that point, and then we can talk about it.
All right, cool. All right, you know what? I'm going to start it later on today.
Yeah, just watch it. Just watch at least the first couple episodes, and you'll watch it. All right, cool. Finish up with some video game releases. Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer release looks freaking awesome. Ash's trailer reactions out. My God, I can't wait for this game. This game's going to consume all my life. But it's scheduled to release May 26, 2026. So I'm hoping Ghost of Yotai comes out in October. I'll probably spend 6 months on that. And then this one comes out, and you spend my whole life on this one, because these Grand Theft Auto games are amazing. Gears of War finally, it's coming out. The new one's coming out in August 26th, but it's finally being released on PlayStation. It's never been released on PlayStation. It's always been an Xbox exclusive, but none of that, the exclusive stuff doesn't exist as much anymore. I mean, look, Ghost of Yotai is a PlayStation exclusive, but Tekken was always a PlayStation exclusive, but now that's released on Xbox.
Yeah.
But Gears of War was always a PlayStation exclusive, and that's being released on Xbox. Sorry, it's always an Xbox release exclusive, now being released on PlayStation. And I might go for that, because that game was awesome. It looked freaking awesome on Xbox. I just never had an Xbox to play it, so I might go for it. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Another game definitely that Ashraf rated, and he done a trailer reaction for, was Mafia: The Old Country, which comes out August 8th. So guys, check that out. Ash said he really enjoys the element of just that old Mafia sort of tone and vocals, and forget about it and Fugazi and all that sort of stuff, right? And there's that Mafia family, but you're really playing the mission. Like, you have loads of these games like Grand Theft Auto where you're involved in different gangs and Mafia sort of stuff, but to kind of base it really on a Sicilian family and whatnot, I said, just gives it a different element of video games and storytelling. So that one comes out August 8th, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. He was very impressed with the gameplay and all that sort of stuff. And then the last video game one that I got, and then we should be doing hopefully more video game stuff. relying a bit more on Ash, to be honest. He's doing trailer reactions when he can, and I play video games and I put it out on the video channel. So hopefully we'll keep the video game content coming out. But the last game that's being delayed till 2026 was Marvel's 1943, which is based around Captain America and Hydra and all that sort of stuff. So based around that, which actually looks really awesome from the trailers. Had Black Panther, the original Black Panther, not the Black Panther's father, I forgot his name. Anyway, it's based around them. Looks pretty awesome.
T'Chaka.
Outside of that, T'Chaka, not T'Challa, T'Chaka.
Yeah.
So looks freaking awesome. I'm actually possibly another one. So many games, I just don't have the time. I bought the Dragon Ball game. I never played it. I've already got it up for sale. Nobody's taking it. I should play it. I shouldn't buy games on reaction. I got excited and I bought it, but I'm still playing Wukong. But I should have just stuck to Wukong and not bought Dragon Ball because I haven't even played it. But anyway, loads of games coming out. Ashraf will hopefully do more. If I had time, to be honest with you, and if Ash had time, I would do a weekly podcast on just the gaming channel, but just don't have time for it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So we'll just do our little plugs here. Ash will do some trailer reactions. Outside of that, that was all the news of all the stuff that I've had for the week, for the next 2 weeks. I will be in Singapore next week. So there is content coming out and kids, we need to discuss what we want to do. But I got a geek out session that I've done with Jefferson, my old Muay Thai coach from Hong Kong. Great podcast to listen to, guys. Check it out when it comes out. Hopefully I'll release it within 2 weeks. While I'm in Singapore, but just listening to his Muay Thai journey, listening to him open up his gym in Hong Kong and his philosophy around teaching Muay Thai and martial art. Just an amazing guy that taught me Muay Thai when I was in Hong Kong. Just an amazing all-round guy, man. And I'm hoping that, I wish him all the success, man. He's a great Muay Thai fighter, but I think he's going to be an amazing, great coach just by the way he speaks about coaching people. So guys, check that one, that's coming out. Other than that, man, like just quick plugs to, I said about that movie Nonnas I watched with Vince Vaughn, a very, very touching movie. I don't know if you've seen it. It's so touching about he grew up in an Italian family, his mum and his grandma used to cook a lot and whatnot. And then when his mum passed away, it was just hard for him to kind of move on and whatnot. Anyway, he had this idea, and it's based on a real story, which is awesome, actually. I should say. An individual who basically opened up a restaurant, but he wanted that authentic feel. So he only hired grandmas, and they call them nonnies, I think, in Italian. Grandmas to be the chefs, to have that authentic cooking. It's a beautiful idea. And it was like, yes, a busy restaurant, all that sort of stuff, but it's focusing more on the authenticity of the cooking coming from grandmas from that region. It's actually, and it's a beautiful, touching story, man. If you have a chance to watch it, I'm like, Vince Vaughn's trying to make me cry out here, man. This guy, always known as a comedian.
I'll have to check it out. I heard about this. I've heard about this. So yeah, I will check that out. It looks good. It looks good. I saw the trailer for that, man. And I saw an interview with him as well about it as well. And I was like, oh, it seems like a really sweet movie.
Definitely.
I'll check it out, definitely.
100%. Check it out, man. I really recommend it. It's such a lovely movie. And then last thing I've been watching, I've kind of been binging through Gangs of London. I came back to Gangs of London. I watched season 1. It was absolutely awesome. I believe the same guys as The Raid were involved. So the action is pretty awesome. I forgot about it for the longest time. Season 3 has just been, they released it not too long ago. So I caught up with season 2, started watching season 3. I think it's a great UK show. It's shown on Sky Atlantic or something like that. Great UK show, and it's brilliant gangster storytelling from the UK perspective. Really good and great action. And then the last one that I just put on, which we've been talking about for a little bit, which is so much fun, Devil May Cry. Man, it's actually really good, bro. The animation's awesome. Dante's so cool in it. I have to be honest, he's so cool in it. There's so many plugs to the Capcom universe, which kind of gets you geeked out and whatnot. And, I saw some Street Fighter stuff in there. It was actually really freaking fun.
I need to check that out. It looks good. It looks really good.
Soundtracks are amazing. The opening soundtrack is I'm going blank. Limp Bizkit, Keep Rolling, which suits the game. And then I heard like Papa Roach and all sorts of soundtracks in there where you're like, oh, this is cool. Because if you played the game, what was so epic about the game, it would be kind of like silent, and the moment some bad times will come, some rock tune will come out, That's every time you're fighting, there's like a cool rock tune to go with. And they kind of emphasize that to him where he's like, I work better with music. So every time in this show there's action, a cool tune comes up. It's actually really good. I really enjoyed it. So Devil May Cry. And we spoke
I saw the
about
first
last
episode.
Week.
Yeah, I need to jump on finishing that as well.
Yeah, at least I know there's a season 2 coming, considering I just started season 1. I'm actually excited about that.
No, I'll definitely check it out.
That's it from my side, man.
To check out, but
anything else you watch that you want to finish off with?
No, really and truly, as I said, I'm going through this phase of Tommy Lee Jones movies. But I flicked on like Men in Black the other day just as something to watch in the background, which I ended up watching even more. And I'm like, Vincent D'Onofrio is absolutely awesome in it. Tommy Lee Jones is awesome, bro. Listen, the setup, bro. Like, you know, the visuals, the music, the soundtrack, the graphics, the story, the script. Like, I had a lot of fun with this movie, bro. Like, it really inspired me to be like, movie making is not like this no more, bro. That movie is probably has to be in the top 100 of like greatest movies ever, because that movie gave me great action and made me laugh, bro. It made me laugh. I haven't laughed like that in ages, where I suddenly just let go and really just enjoyed the movie. You know, there's a part where Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith goes in, but Will Smith doesn't know what's going on. And they go into this pawn shop and, you know, he shoots the alien in the head. And you could really see the fear in like Will Smith's character, because he was like, drop your weapon to Tommy Lee Jones. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And you see the head grow back and you're like, it was really good, bro. Like, I had fun with this movie, man. And I think I had fun with it when I watched it as a teenager, to watching it as an adult now and appreciating Will Smith's reactions, appreciating Tommy Lee Jones' one-liners, appreciating what Vincent does as the character of the big roach as well. The set pieces are amazing. Yeah, I've been just having some really good... And The Fugitive, bro. Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones. Bro, that is a movie of its kind by itself. I think one of Harrison Ford's, like, as much as I love him as Han Solo in Indy, this is so good, bro. Like, the element of chase and why and what's happening. You do work out, like, with movies back then, they gave you a subtle insight of who could be the one to frame him. But as a kid, you don't really notice that, because as a teenager, you're like, oh, you know. But there's some great scenes in there, some great action scenes. You're like, man, they made fucking trains explode, and like, it was visually stunning, bro. Like, they had to do that. It wasn't CGI. It didn't have that weightless feel to it. It actually happened. And then we watched, I didn't even know there was a sequel to The Fugitive, which is called U.S. Marshal, and it's where they're chasing Wesley Snipes' character. Not as good as the Fugitive, but Tommy Lee Jones is brilliant in it, bro. His one-liners, his emotions, what he goes through is really good. And there was another film I saw. I saw another film. Hold up, man. Let me check my list. Guys, remember, we're on Letterboxd. We put most of our reviews on Letterboxd as well, which seems to be growing as well. So make sure you guys follow us on Letterboxd. We do put stuff on there. Freedom Writers. Holy shit. Hilary Swank. Freedom Writers.
Okay.
What a emotional, touching movie, bro. That was good, bro. Like, back then it was good. Right now it's still good. It means so much now, because we look for heroes in the wrong places. And we forget we are all heroes in our own stories. And that movie made me remember that. Like, we control the narrative. Yeah. There is, Allah's got his way and his will doing the way things are, but we do have a sense of control in decision making, because sometimes we're put into a situation where we, depending on the area and what we grew up in and what's around us, we follow that narrative. But I'm going to say, living proof right now that, having dreams, having aspirations and, want to be doing something, that you can do it. You know what I mean? Look at us. We started this thing 9 years ago. Barely a couple of views towards the middle of our journey. to now growing again. Like it's going to be up and down, but you got to have like a. I think now it's not even about the end game. It is about the journey. I'm starting to understand Bruce Lee's his thoughts on this now. It's not about the end goal, because the end goal, really and truly, is when we leave this one. Why am I thinking about that? Why am I not thinking about the present? The present is so important. So, guys, very good. It is a good film. I love that movie. Great soundtrack as well. And that's it. That's it, bro. I think there's been more in there as well, because for some reason I've just been binging 90s and 80s stuff at the moment, which in my mind right now is whatever I can play in the background to have a moment of mental rest. Then I'll place that, and sometimes it intrigues me. Like, I put that on just as a background movie so I could go through emails, and then I ended up actually literally closing my laptop and watching a movie, which means my mind was needing something like that, because you talk about these characters that are coming from difficult backgrounds, difficult situations, and the system is led so it can restrict us. I know this now. It's about control. It's about restriction. Bro, there is an unlimited source. Like, I know everybody's in crisis, but there is a source there. I know that. There is a source there for us to make income from thin air. It's fucking crazy. Yeah? I didn't believe in that until last year, putting all of our, and it's been hard fucking work. I'm not going to lie to you. Into the photo booth business. And we're starting to see the results now. And it was going to be like that. We knew that. But it's always hard at the time. But like my kids, 15, 16, 13, 14, bro. Business. Start your own shit. Even if you fail, you keep moving forward. Try something else. There is industries that they can get into to make money straight away instead of falling. And it's hard to say this, but it's guidance, right? I didn't have that guidance. I tried, but I still was stuck in a system where I was used to getting a simple paycheck to keep me controlled and let me, go from there. I'm not letting that happen to my kids, man. They're going to be entrepreneurs. They are going to learn for their, they're going to learn. They're going to learn. They're going to learn, bro. They're going to learn. But
yeah,
I think that's a mind frame that we need to have.
Yeah, they're supposed to learn from obviously our mistakes, but we're supposed to teach them from what we learned and what we didn't do. This is what my point is with your kids, with Ash's kids, and even my kids. I'm hoping that I can get involved with them investing from the age that they start getting a job. Because I'm looking at, I've been involved with the markets for a while. I'm no expert, but I started learning after I got a job, and I started learning from Habib and stuff like that. And I've lost money, but I've made money as well. But I'm also in a position now where, Warren Buffett, who's the GOAT, I guess, right? Of investing. And it's always supposed to be a long-term game. It's not supposed to be a quick turnaround game. That's what real stock traders do, and they make all the money and whatnot. But there's big risks with that. But if you look at long-term, and I'm talking about 20, 30, 40, 50 years, man, the stock market should be like an index should be your savings account. And that's what I started doing. Again, this is how crazy it is. I've been in the game for ages, messing around, making money here and there, losing money here and there. Now I'm finally in a position of like, long term. So I basically got some stocks in some indexes where I'm not going to touch that until I'm like 60. And that, you know what I mean? And I'm seeing it just slowly grow. And every month I just add a little bit extra, but you just see it slowly go. So I'm hoping I can teach your kids and Ash's kids and my kids and stuff like that.
100%, bro. We're not going to
kind of think about.
No holding back, bro. It has to be done. It has to be done, bro. They need to know. They need to know that there is a bigger world out there, and there is opportunities, and for them to grow as well. For them to grow, 100%.
Definitely. All right, cool, man. Well, look, that is it, man. I mean, look, apart from that, I know we can go on for ages. Real world issues sort of stuff real quick. I know Trump's in the region right now. Doesn't mean anything. I don't know the full detail. I'm just watching things here and there. All I hope, because I know they lifted sanctions off Syria, which is great for those people there. The in and outs of Syria, I don't know, and I don't want to comment on because I'm not really familiar with it. But just to kind of lift those sanctions and give them some sort of life, I think is good. But, one of the main things in this region, which needs to be sorted, because there's all this news about Trump cutting ties with Israel, or not cutting ties, just distancing himself. They found an Israeli spy, which there was loads of them anyway, in the US, but right in his cabinet. And he got upset with that. I think he fired the dude. Should be more than fired. That's treason. That should be like prison time. Anyway, but Trump's come to the region. He's cancelled any trips to Israel. He's done negotiations with the Houthis. They're doing negotiations with Iran and their nuclear without Israel. And all this news is going around. Again, I'm just seeing it. What I'm hoping that comes out of this, man, is just Trump stops the shit that's going on in Gaza, stops the Israelis from doing that. He stops funding that government with bombs. And I'm hoping, man, because this guy's ego gets the better of him. And I feel like because he's like the worst Zionist, right? He supported Israel and Zionist. He's one of them, like Biden or whatnot. He moved the Israeli ambassador or the US embassy or something into Jerusalem or something like that. Anyway, he's the worst. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's good for Palestine, but what my point is like his ego is his biggest enemy and is also his biggest positive thing about him. And I feel like because the Israeli government has been taking a piss out of him, right, and trying to use him as a puppet like they've done all the other presidents, his ego got the better of him. And I think he's kind of like, no, you know what? I'm the president here. I'm the big dog. I'm the president of the United States. Like we are the police, the world's superpower, whatnot. So I'm hoping that because of his ego, he comes out of his and he does something for Palestine, man, and calls a Palestinian state, man, and demands that, because the US is the only one that's ever blocked it. They're the only one that can make it happen, and I hope Trump can do it. And if Trump does it, well, he'll get like if he could stop the Ukraine and Russian war. He stops what's happening in Gaza. He calls for a Palestinian state, makes it happen. He stopped bombing the Houthis, which they shouldn't have done, but they did. And then he stops this unnecessary war that Israel has been trying to get them in with Iran. All this sort of stuff. Bro, they'll probably give him a Nobel Prize. And you know what? He should deserve it. They give a Nobel Prize to all these other idiots like Barack Obama and whatnot, and all these other fools who blew up Africa and all these drone strikes and all this sort of stuff. Nobody ever talks about it. You give them a Nobel Prize. You give a Nobel Prize, I believe, to the idiot who ran Myanmar, and that fool was allowing all these Roppongi Muslims to be killed and whatnot. And you give these idiots a freaking Nobel Prize. Now, I'm not saying Trump's a saint, but if you're going to give a Nobel Prize to those idiots, but if Trump can make all this stuff happening, then you should give him one. Not that I give a shit, but his ego, I hope that his ego is he's so egotistical that he's like, you know what? I want one. This is my last 4 years as president. I want a Nobel Prize. And you know what? I'm going to stop these wars and I'm going to go down in history as the guy who gave Palestine their state. Even though it's a shame that it just comes down to them, the US, I'm hoping his ego gets the better of him and he does that so he can go down as like the greatest president that made that happen. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm hoping he doesn't leave this region without something for Palestine, because I think he's been here for a week. There's got to be something. These leaders here, and I know they're speaking on it a little bit. I hope they force him in some kind of deal to say, like, you need to make the Palestinian state. So that's what I'm praying for, man.
Same here, bro. Same here. I'm raising money again, guys. As usual, you guys have been smashing it every month. Make sure you check out the link in the description. But if you go to my personal Instagram page or our the Brothers Geek Out page, the message is up on there, guys. Like I'm calling it out. I don't care. I want to help as much as I can. They've had a blockade for almost fucking 60 days with no food and no aid going in because of that shitty, absolute shit government. Shit state, shit, like it's like, bro, why would they have made things even worse for themselves over the past 3 years? It's crazy, bro. Some of the stuff I'm seeing at the moment now breaks my heart, but it makes me break my heart for the Israelis as well. The Israelis that are going to have to suffer the wrath of this shit for the next couple of fucking generations.
Yeah,
because
the
nobody's going to go there.
Them.
Nobody's...
Make it clear, man. The good ones. There are some. There are loads. So, like, you have to give it to them.
Because they're marching. They're sharing everything. There are a lot of people who've got in trouble for it as well. And anybody who's spoken about it as well have been in trouble for it as well. So there are those Israelis, them Jewish brothers and sisters that have been standing up for the Palestinians, and they didn't want this shit to happen because of that right-wing fucking government. And they're paying for it at the moment because now, look at the country, man. They're losing shitloads. Ain't nobody going there thinking, yeah, I'm going to have a game in Tel Aviv. Nobody's going to go there.
And who
Nobody's going to go there.
You know what? That government's made it so bad for even their own citizens that they want to be there, that they give citizenship to live. Why you want to live there when every 20 minutes there's a bomb scare? And because of you, not because of anyone else, because of what you're doing, there's going to be always a bomb scare. You want to live like that for the rest of your life, man? Fuck that.
Man, fuck that, man.
Motherfuckers.
Anyway.
Damn, I got to put my
and half of it's all made up anyway. Oh, shit. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
That's my fault. I swore. Anyway. But yeah, fuck them.
Anyway, guys, I need to learn that. But please, guys, whatever you guys can do, I'm gonna be doing this for a long time, and I'm gonna and I feel like look, charity is such a big thing, and I do the best I can to give back, but I want to be able to do more. And there's a reason why I stand up on my platforms. I've lost followers, and the people that don't support and they don't understand, and they won't. There's a reason why, and I know that now. But that doesn't give me a reason to stay shut up knowing that we have these platforms. Doesn't matter if there's 5 people watching or 1,000 people watching. I don't give a shit. Yeah? And I need people to know that. I don't give a shit. Yes, we've had some great fucking opportunities. But I'm not selling my soul, man. I'm not selling my humanity to that shit. I don't care. I cannot be a part of that. I don't want my kids growing up saying, how did this happen to these people? My daughter asks now, how is this happening to these people? I thought we were all this is coming from a pure innocent child, like to think we're killing one another over some fucking lines. And it's been happening for centuries. All we know is brutality and barbarism. We still haven't moved on forward from that. But what that colonial era didn't do, because somebody on the TV recently said, I think it's GB News, I'm going to call them out. You got some fucking idiots. Sorry, I'm swearing as well. Some fucking idiots working for you about colonizing, brought some good things and some bad things. They tried to say colonizing brought us sanitation, transport, and education. You motherfuckers. You built transport so you could steal resources from other fucking countries. Education system came from that part of the world. Sanitation came from that part of the world, you nasty motherfuckers using tissue to wipe your ass. Smudging that shit everywhere.
Buzz.
You fucking, like, it just fucking... Anyway, colonization...
People will always find reasons. This is what I'm saying. People will always find reasons of why it's good and what they've done in the past. Like, bro, it happened. That's history. Right? Because you know what? One fucking day, and it's happening now, which I think is wrong, right? People are going to make excuses for the same thing what happened in Germany and what. I don't even want to say the words, bro, because it's cringy saying those. But people and to our brothers, the Jewish brothers and sisters, the Holocaust that they went through, right? People it's happening now with certain people, right? It will happen more in the future. If you're going to allow this shit to, people will turn around and say, oh, yeah, there was some positive. Shut the fuck up, man. Like, it happened. It's a horrible part of history. It's a horrible part of what happened in the world and what your country. Okay, cool. You can't change that. Why not? Let's not do that again, guys. Let's not make sure we do that again. And all the colonized countries that we fucked up, let's not demonize them or dehumanize them. Maybe we should help them a little bit. If they end up, some of them coming to our countries because, we did colonize them and steal all their resources, then we shouldn't feel so bad. Like, because I know countries like out there, like I went to Georgia, bro. It's one country in the world that's never colonized anyone. So when they say, yeah, we don't really take on refugees, I'm like, yeah, okay, it makes sense. I mean, you guys didn't really colonize anyone. So there's no emphasis on like, oh, well, you guys colonized us back in the days, but come to your country now. It's like, no, like we've never colonized anyone. Everyone's welcome to be a tourist here, but we don't take on refugees and all that sort of stuff. Like, it makes sense. But when you're a country that's taken on colonization and all that sort of stuff, it happened. Okay, it is what it is. You can't change that. But what I'm saying is, don't start trying thinking of positives that came out of it, even though you possibly can. I'm not saying whatever, right? End of the day, bro, me and you wouldn't be here today if the Brits didn't colonize, because there's a long lineage and whatnot. I don't want to go through that, right? But I'm just kind of looking at it from that perspective. But what I'm saying is, like, don't start like saying that sort of shit, because people will start making that same argument about the Holocaust that happened. People are doing it now, obviously, for Palestine, right? That you got all those right-wing murdering evil people making positive, trying to make some sort of positive thing that come out of this. It's horrible. No, it's all shit. It's all horrible. You colonize, and also it was never peaceful. It wasn't never like, oh, hey guys, let's do trade. It was like, I'm gonna kill all of you lot. We run you now. We're gonna steal everything. And, you know, you ain't going to get shit. And that's why countries like Bangladesh, where we came from, like, there's still some of their biggest resources, like the tea leaves and whatnot, are still owned by Brits. You know what I mean? That's why I give credit to my guy, Ibrahim Toroz, I can't pronounce his surname, but the guy from that, I was talking about the African brother from the country in West Africa. I can't remember his name. I need to memorize it because it's not a country I'm familiar with. Anyway, my guy came into presidency about 2 years ago, bro. He is kicking out all foreign freaking colonizers, France and all that sort of stuff. Now we're running our country, and I'm gonna uplift my people. Education's gonna be free, healthcare is gonna be free, everything's gonna be free, and we're gonna mind the goal ourselves. And all you foreign companies that try and steal our gold and shit, we're gonna do business. You're not just gonna steal it from us. We're gonna handle business, and the economy is gonna go back to my people. Bro, it's absolutely amazing. I wish I could remember things. My memory, obviously, as people know, is not great. But I remember him name being Ibrahim, and it's a country in West Africa. One day I'll remember the country and everything, but his name has to be remembered because that's what needs to happen to all these other countries.
No, definitely, anyway. definitely. Listen, donate, guys. Links are below. Links are on our Instagram pages. A massive thank you to people who have already donated as well. I can't thank you guys enough. There was, I want to shout out their name, but I know reason why they keep anonymous. I know who it is, and I'll respect that because I know this situation causes all sorts of shit. And speaking up about it causes more shit as well. But I understand. But you always donate a large chunk. I can't thank you enough. Mashallah, you are in my prayers. I know who you are. I can't thank you enough. Last month, you donated more than what I was requesting. And people donated on top of that as well. But you helped me reach my target. So thank you so much. You are in my prayers. Honestly, I pray for you every day because every month, you've done the same thing. For the past year that I've been running this, you have absolutely smashed it. We think we've done, personally on both of our pages, we've done over £1,200 on donations, bro, since last year. Which is absolutely amazing. I cannot thank you guys enough for that. And that's, and most people say that ain't shit, that ain't nothing. For me, oh my God. For the fact that that's £1,200, that's people are struggling, and that's the reason why I don't put a large target on it. It's £100 a month, £100 a month. And sometimes we don't reach it, sometimes we do. But there's one person, they fucking donate every fucking time, and I love you for that, and I can't thank you so much. And as I said, you are in my prayers for that. So thank you so much, guys. Massive thank you. I gotta get ready to pick up the little one. So,
all right.
Make sure you watch Sinners when you're in Singapore so we could talk about it and break it down.
We will definitely do a review for that, Kibbs. 100%. I'm going to try and go watch it in Singapore because I might have some free time. Also, when I'm in Singapore, I'll probably watch Karate Kid, and I probably will watch movies out there. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Always appreciate the support. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Do it, don't do it. I don't care. All right. I'm out. We're out. Peace.
All right. Take care, guys. See you later. Peace.